how I deal with negative comments as a martial artist. Hope you're having a great day, my friend. As usual, let's get straight into it. Now for today's workout, I'm going to start off with, of course, 10 minutes of jumping rope. You already know, help me to move and groove. Yes, I did put on a little size, and now I'm slowly trimming back down because I want to get that speed and that really crazy endurance and conditioning back. So 10 minutes of jumping rope, help me bring my weight back down, help me get my speed back. Now, as I said in the beginning, how do I deal with negative comments as a martial artist? When it comes down to it, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, of course, there's going to be people that throw out negative comments. And the way I deal with it is, number one, I consider myself a martial artist. Even though a lot of my training is boxing oriented, kickboxing, really nothing to do with traditional martial arts. You got to understand that in this day and age, you can define yourself as whatever you want. And whatever you define yourself as, you can even put your own definition to it. Now, not to get too crazy about it like how some other people do, I just kind of define myself as a martial artist. Why? Because as a martial artist, it's not just one thing. Just like this video, on top of me giving you tips and pointers on how I deal with negative comments, I'm also going to give you what I did for a workout today. So after the 10 minutes of jumping rope, I did 10 minutes of continuous punching on the heavy bag. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, switching up my speed, switching up my stances, moving and grooving. This really helps to get the body flowing and just helps to take my mind out of everything and just focus on continuous movement. That way, when it is showtime, I can just move and groove. My arms are conditioned from just throwing punches on a heavy bag for 10 minutes straight. Now, on top of the negative comments and being a martial artist, as I said, it's not just one thing. When it comes to martial artists, when you think about martial artists in movies, it was continuous training, not just in their technique, but also in meditation, what they ate, calligraphy, on both sides with Japanese or Chinese. People who were great martial artists weren't just martial artists. They also did calligraphy, they did poetry, they did woodwork. Everything. Everything to a martial artist in the end becomes training. So this is why I like to put myself in this container of being a martial artist. Now, because of this wide range of things that a martial artist has to focus on, when it comes to my training, I'm technically punching the air. There's going to be people who comment like, oh, you don't show any of your fights, so how can I trust what you're saying? Oh, no one, I looked up your record, you can't really find anything. If you were to look it up on Google, my fight record, it should be there. There's going to be some result postings of events that I've done, and it's there. But, I don't post any of my fights. I can't find any of them, but it doesn't really matter. In the end, everything that I'm doing was for me. I was down in a slump about a year ago. I was overweight, fat, sluggish, depressed, negative thinking about myself. I didn't like the way my body looked. I had no focus, no drive in my life because I was just a piece of shit. Now, because of my previous fight training and my knowledge of fight training, I used martial arts as a way to regain back my life. Everything that I do has helped me become a better man. With the punching bag, it helped to shape my body. With the shadow boxing, it helped to shape my body. With the jumping rope, it helped to shape my body. On top of that, it helped me to express life. It gave me a purpose. Instead of just sitting down, walling around in my depression, I had to get my ass up and engage in activities that built me, that I could also enjoy and also express life. Now, after those 10 minutes of continuous punching, I just did 10 minutes of free flowing on the heavy bag. Not really a heavy bag, this is a 50-pound bag. Just moving and grooving. Like I said, just doing my best to continuously punch, continuously move, slip, dodge, work on those punches, work on my endurance. And that's what I did for 10 minutes. And when it comes down to it, everything that I've posted here on my YouTube always had the deeper intent of me improving my life. These things improved my life. My front kicks that I throw were not really for me to knock someone out with a good front kick. No, it really helped me to express life, to really loosen up my legs. My hamstrings, my lower back was a little tight before. Even though I was doing a lot of boxing training, that lower part of my body was just still tight. So the front kicks really helped to open that up. And it really helped to utilize more of my body, express more life energy just through kicking, not just with the punching and the jumping rope. Now that I'm utilizing my lower body with front kicks, that really helped to open everything up and help me to express more of just what's within me. On top of that, it really helped to shape out my legs, really helped to open up my flexibility. And also helped me just be a better man, be a better father. Because my legs are more mobile, I can run more after my kids. I can play at a higher intensity with my children. Just the benefits on how front kicking really enhanced my life. It's crazy. Now, after those 10 minutes of free flow punching on the punching bag, I switched up my gloves. I did another 10 minutes of punching the punching bag. This time I got the mechanic gloves, really smaller gloves to really just help me get a different feel. Same thing with this. I'm just getting different feels on the punching bag. First, I'm doing just continuous punching where I'm not thinking, just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then after that, I was just moving and grooving with a little padded glove. Then after that, this one has really no padding at all. It's just straight leather. This is what mechanics use while they're fixing car, or even construction workers. It's a very good leather glove overall for labor workers. Now, as a martial artist, it's not just the techniques. It's also me spending my days reading good books, meditating, journaling good thoughts. Everything behind the training is what helps me become a good martial artist. Understand, as a martial artist, when you see them doing their sets, their katas, that is just an expression of what they do outside of training. That's an expression of everything that they do, from their meditation to how they pour tea to how they treat their higher ups. There is so much during the day that a martial artist does, a traditional martial artist does, behind all the training, all the jump roping, whatever they do, that there is no time for negativity. And that's how I deal with negative comments. There's so much things that I'm doing throughout my day that I'm proud of, that's helped me become a better person, that when someone throws out negativity, especially when it comes to fighting, it doesn't bother me at all, because everything that I'm doing helped me with my self-respect, and it also helped me become a better man in this world. This is how these things don't bother me. Now, after all those 3 rounds of training on the punching bag, I ended it with 10 minutes of jumping rope, staying light on my feet and helping me to build up that chipper energy and mood and positivity. And that's how I deal with negativity as a martial artist. Everything that I do in training helps me to be a better man in this world. So when negativity comes, it doesn't bother me. And just always remember, train hard and be kind.